what's up, VC? It's Steve again, Harmless Rebel. And today we're going to take another look at a chunk of my collection. Today we're going to be talking about Slaughter, but not this Slaughter. Today we're going to be talking about this Slaughter. This is the Canadian thrash band. A lot of people have put some of their their main album into the early death metal category, and I can see that on two songs. There's two songs on that album where they use blast beats, and they're one of the earliest bands that I remember using blast beats. But so let's go ahead and take a look. My collection's pretty small, and I actually just got it. So this is kind of a video showing the collection. I'll probably introduce you to a few of their albums that you've never seen before, and then also just kind of telling the story about how this came about, because it was pretty interesting. So it kind of started with this album. I had never seen this before, and when I saw it on eBay, I went ahead and threw a bid in. It was listed at $16, and I did win it for that price. And that album is Meat Cleaver. And this is actually their very first demo, and it was recorded at a rehearsal in 1984. So this is a couple years before they put anything else out. And this is a very different sound than what they would become later known for. Even what we're hearing back here in the background, a totally different sound than what they would become famous for. And if you hear, this is very much thrash right here. Very raw, this particular album too, and I'll get to what that is in a minute. This is a killer album though. If you've never heard it, check it out. This has previously only been available on cassette, and actually this and two of their later demos that I have too have only been available on cassette until now. This one was released by Ripping Storm Records, which if I remember correctly is an Italian label. But take a look at the record, and all this stuff is really well packaged. This one's in a really nice gloss, real thick sleeve, black vinyl with custom labels. Comes with a really nice insert with some photo collage of the band, and then the lyrics, and then a really cool poster. And this is, like I said, it's a totally different sound than they would become known for. The thrash is there musically. The lyrics are very, very punk. There's a couple where it's more hardcore lyrics. And actually on a couple of the songs, he almost sounds, Dave Houston, the singer, almost sounds like Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra playing to just fast speed metal or thrash. But, so the story about how I got this stuff. So I bid on this, and then as I was reading, after I won the bid, there was a note that said if you want it signed by Dave Houston, who's the singer of the band, please just note that in the comment. And I thought that was pretty weird. I've never seen that before, especially in the eBay ad. So I didn't think nothing of it, you know. And then when it came time to pay, I went ahead and paid. And then I got an email from none other than Dave Houston asking me if I wanted him to sign it. Not realizing that I was buying this directly from the artist. So I asked him, you know, I was like, hey, what other albums do you have available? You know, maybe we can package it all together. Shipping from Canada can get a little bit expensive, so I was like, hey, what do you got? You know, and he listed off two other 12 inches and a 7-inch that he had. So I was like, you know what, go ahead and send them all. He gave me a really good deal, and he actually signed all of them. So you can see right there, that one's signed by Dave Houston. The next one I got is the album that most people are familiar with. This is Strappado. This is the most recent High Roller Records release. And the reason I say the most recent They released this 2 or 3 years ago, but it was a single album. This one's a double album. It comes with the regular album that most of you are familiar with, and really, I mean, this is really their only album. There's been a couple of albums that have come out subsequently that's all, you know, kind of like most of the other material that I'm going to show you. High Roller did another album with some of the stuff from these different demos, and it's all stuff like that. But this is a phenomenal album. This album should be in everybody's collection. This other stuff is more for guys that, if you're really into this band, I would go and get the demos and stuff. If you're into really raw sounding music, I would go get those, because this stuff is really raw, but it really is killer. But Strappado, just an amazing album. The difference between this and the original was a single album. This one's a 2-album set. This is album 1. Again, custom labels. Really nice, thick. And then it's, what I really liked that High Roller did here is it gave the original sleeves. It put them in these polyline sleeves, but it also provided the original sleeves too. This is actually an album sleeve with the picture and then another sleeve for the second album, which is kind of cool. And the second album is called Strappado Unedited Rough Mix from 1986. That's what we're listening to right now. So this is the unedited studio recordings from Strappado that they still had. And then this, of course, is the mastered version. And again, this one comes with a bunch of stuff too. I showed the first couple things there. Comes with your typical High Roller sheet, and then also killer poster. Again, that one was signed by Dave Houston. You can see right under the Slaughter logo. And then these were hand numbered. This is number 363 of 500. So then next up is the Bloody Carnage EP that came out a few years later. I want to say this one came out in '86, if I remember correctly. And this actually has a few songs that would go on to be on Strappado. And actually all of these, even the Bloody Carnage, has an early version of Strappado. And when he says Strappado in that song, he's saying Strappado, but then in the later version on the album Strappado, he says Strappado. So I thought that was kind of interesting. This is a really cool 7-inch though, 5-song EP. And then here's the custom labels. And this is a Brazil-only pressing. Again, this was never originally pressed on vinyl. This is the first vinyl pressing of this. It was only on tape previously, and there's actually a company in Europe, I'm going to keep an eye out for it, that's releasing all 3 of their original demo cassettes as a box set. And it's not much. I want to say it's like $25 for the set. But I'm going to keep an eye out for that as well. Again, signed by Dave Houston. And then last but not least, we have Nocturnal Carnage, which is a Slaughter compilation. Again, signed. Again, killer artwork. And this one's the Nocturnal Hell EP from '86. The Bloody Carnage demo from '84. So there you go. This one's from '84. And then it's also got a couple rehearsal tracks as well. Here's the sleeves on this. So again, killer packaging. This one too is on Agipunk, which I believe is also an Italian. But just really cool. I thought it was really cool getting that email from him, from the singer of the band. If you're going to buy this stuff, I recommend buying it directly from him. Again, he'll sign it for you upon request. And then, again, you're buying it directly from the artist. You're not going through any intermediary, you know. So I'll put the link, I'll put his email down below. And it's just his record label email. This isn't like something he doesn't want people giving out. And then also a link to his Facebook page. On his Facebook page, he lists everything that he has available. All of these are available in limited colored vinyl editions for a couple bucks more. I thought about getting the colored, but the colored editions of each, but I just decided to go with the black vinyl for all of these. But the only other way to get these is to order them from either Europe or from Brazil for this one. Why go through all that, pay for all the shipping when you can order it direct from the artist? So that's my collection. Like I said, I thought it was a cool story to share with the VC. I really love bands that do this. There's other bands out here that'll do this if you buy directly from their website. You know, another example of that was the Worldview CD. You can buy it from a bunch of different places, but if you buy it from the band's website, they'll sign it. They signed it for me, and I'll be doing a review of that probably in the next week or so. But that's it, VC. I hope you dug this. Take care. Have a good weekend.